Hi everyone, it's Sandra with Brew City Thrifts. Today I am at the Goodwill in near the baseball stadium, and it is a dreary rainy day, and it kind of makes me hope. It's been a dreary rainy weekend, so I'm kind of hoping that there's a lot of items still on the shelves, that people didn't come out and clear them out, and that we're going to find some real treasures. So let's hit it. I am continuing my new tradition of starting at a different place in the Goodwill stores just to shake things up. And so here I am. I think this is an end cap with yellow as the theme, and I see these hand painted plates. They are by Tom San of Italy, and they're nice. Each one has a different design, but they are quite chipped up on the rim. So I take a good long look, just curious about the maker actually, and then move on. A little piece of amberina glass to the left there. Below here is some Los Angeles Potteries serving bowls, or quite long and oval, that are nice. And under these yellow votive candle holders, I notice some Franciscan apple plates, some lunch plates. It's a nice vintage pattern right there. Here among the plates, I'm finding myself picking up more dinner set and plateware, and I noticed this hand painted plate. I turned it over. It's Villeroy and Bosch, or Villeroy and Bach. I've said it both ways, although I don't know what the right way is to pronounce it. And there's a nice serving bowl here in the same pattern. The pattern is called Vieux Luxembourg, and there are a couple more plates and on the shelf that I decide I'm going to take a look at, but I wanted to put that in my cart first and go back to see what's on the shelf. So I added into my cart these 4 dinner plates, and then this one lunch or salad or bread and butter plate, and finally these saucers for teacups. And I decided I'd have to go search for some teacups. I picked up a couple things and moved away from the crowds to take a look at them. These are some nicely done birds by Royal Halsey. They're more collector's items and not really worth a lot. Next is this diamond point syrup dispenser with a stainless steel top. It might not be that old, but I do like highly designed, highly textured glass, so I take that with me. And finally this is a piece of RAKU pottery by an artist named Joyce Fernie out of Kansas, USA. And this theme is kind of fun. It's very space and robot-y, and I decided I'm going to take that RAKU home with me. In the tchotchke aisle, I noticed this stone hand-carved dolphin. I do like the look of this stone, but some days I might pick that up, other days I might not, and today I did not. Instead, I picked up this little ceramic thank you tag with a raised floral design. I thought that was very sweet. It looked nice on a little thank you package or thank you gift to someone. There's a piece of Spode ceramics right there. And finally, I notice on the shelf below these 2 pedestal bowls by Mudpie. And the designs are very, very sweet. It's very Eastery. And my sister likes Mudpie. I do try to pick her up a piece here and there for various gifts, so I decide I will take those Mudpie bunnies with me. I want to apologize right off that this clip for some reason is a little bit out of focus. I don't know why, and I'm sorry I can't fix it. But I did notice this little green metal and ceramic plaque, an homage to Irish coffee, and I thought it looked vintage and it was kind of cute. Then I looked at this decorative ball real quick. I was wondering if it was actually real marble. It wasn't. Nearby is a little pink hinged lid teapot trinket box. Very cute. Above it is a little sweet family of piglets. This bobblehead kitty is cute and has some friends on the shelf too. Here's one. Here's the other. A little floral creamer with a gold handle. I like the blingy element of that little pot, but it's pretty contemporary and not very valuable. Sometimes things with a lot of bling do kind of catch my eye, though. This metal napkin holder, I thought it might be Mariposa, which is a Mexican recycled aluminum brand, and I do pick up Mariposa sometimes. This souvenir plate from Arkansas, I thought might be treasure craft. It looks like treasure craft, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, I don't remember what the maker was, and I can't really read it anymore, but I did think it was very treasure crafty. And then I picked up this little piece of chalkware. It has a chip, but it looked kind of old. You know how there are sometimes things that just kind of creep you out? They're not supposed to be creepy, but you find them creepy. Well, I find this bunny really creepy because of the heart-shaped belly with a big belly button. I don't know, that big belly button just is a total turn off, so for me. So I just thought that was kind of funny. Here's a pretty bowl, hand painted by Blue Ridge Potteries. It is, I thought about it. And nearby, I noticed this big piece of decorative glass. I think they might call that clam broth when it's cloudy like that. And it's got this pink, pink streaks through it. But I turned it over, and the bottom is definitely not polished. It's probably a piece from China. Not bad. It's still pretty, but not worth a whole lot. Then I noticed this piece of Majolica, this plate with the raised apples, and I thought that was very pretty. So I put that in my cart to think about that for a few minutes. This was a very pretty and colorful plate, but it was not a maker that would be a high seller. Then I noticed these collector plates. Nearby is this cute little plate with the feet on it, and the checkerboard design and honeybees is really cute. It's not the most fine quality, and I put it in my cart just to look it over a little bit more and think about it. On the bottom shelf here is a absolutely gargantuan but very pretty piece of pottery with some springy hand-painted flowers. Nearby are a couple of square bunny plates. I already picked up some bunny items, so I didn't look at those too long. Here I noticed this vintage plate commemorating the Geyser Old Faithful. It's by Enco, and it's definitely got some age. I took a quick look at this pattern, and it is a Noritake pattern of China. The next shelf over, I noticed these trivets. They were wooden but nicely painted. They were actually quite pretty. Here are some more vintage plates. The floral on top, nothing too special. I've taken a little bit of a closer look at this. Again, more of a Majolica design on that plate. And this square plate was quite interesting. I think it's reverse painted. Kind of reminds me of Goofus glass, but it looks contemporary, and the Goofus glass I'm familiar with is usually older. On the bottom shelf is a very pretty hand-painted bowl with a unique shape. It's kind of squared off on one side and then rounded on the other. few more hand-painted plates catch my eye. They are relatively contemporary though. And then this, I love the design, but it is from China and it might not be usable with food. In the vase aisle, I noticed this pottery vase, and I don't see much of a marking on the bottom. It says USA, but it's a substantial piece. It feels, heavy. It's seems to be quality. It's got speckled design with these little pastel flowers on one side, and I like the classic shape of that vase, and I decide I'm going to take it. Right here, I notice a Franciscan Desert Rose pattern bud vase. And even though I, in my last video, said I wasn't picking up any more of this pattern until I sold the pieces that I have, I did check to see if it was Franciscan, and it is. I decided I was going to go ahead and take this little bud vase. I know vintage tools can be a pretty good get. I pick them up because I like them. You can never have too many hammers in my opinion. This vintage hammer goes in my cart and I'm planning to keep it for myself. And it is time for the cart review. This is the last piece I picked up, which is that Franciscan Desert Rose bud vase. And then this is a piece of nice pottery. It's just a really well-made piece of pottery with a pastel floral design. It reminds me of McCoy pottery, Hager pottery, just has that kind of, 1970s or 80s substance to it. So I am taking that with me. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. This pot holder set is for work. Here are the Mudpie pedestal bunny bowls. They're so sweet, very Eastery, very soft and pastel. Oh, I had picked up this little beaded fish coin purse, and I guess I had forgotten to film that. Here's the other bunny bowl, and it is right as I am looking at it just now that I notice that there is a bit of a crack on that bowl, and I hadn't noticed before, so that goes back on the shelf, unfortunately, because it was a cute pair, but one bunny bowl is almost as good as two bunny bowls. The Majolica apple plate is pretty, but not especially valuable, so I put that back. This piece of RAKU, however, I am definitely taking with me. I think it's a very interesting design. The Villeroy Boch Vieux Luxembourg patterned plateware is coming with me, except for the saucers, because I could not find the teacups. So those go back on the shelf. And the Diamond Point glass syrup dispenser, and the little Irish coffee metal trivet slash, I don't know, is it a bottle opener? Maybe. And the little ceramic thank you tag makes up the cart for the day. So there you have it, folks. That's what we got on this shopping trip. So I think we did a good job today for a Monday at Goodwill. I'm happy with the things that I found. I'm especially happy with that set of Villeroy Boch dinner plates and the other dinnerware. Those plates, for example, go for about $15 each on eBay. It was nice to find a piece of Desert Rose, that little bud vase. It's all over the map on eBay, but I think I could list it for about $16 to $20 and sell that one there. I'm also happy with the RAKU pottery that comes from Kansas. That artist has several other pieces that sell for upwards of $20. So that was a cool find too. Some people really love the RAKU. Thanks for coming along with me. Like my channel, comment, come back and thrift with me again, subscribe, and thrift on, siblings. We will do this again, hopefully when it's nicer out.